bitch better have my money.
Why women? Just really, why do they suck?
Why do they
like,
suck?
why are they just not? There's not one that you go, this bitch is a bad. Like, why are they just awful? Unfucking fun. Not interesting.
Wow.
Why the fuck are they awful? Why can't I watch women's basketball? Why can't I listen to a woman rapper? Women singers I can get with.
Yeah.
A good woman singer. Other than that, what the fuck?
You don't like Lil' Kim? Come on, I like Lil' Kim.
Stop it.
I do.
She looks like Mickey Rourke now.
What woman's sport? What woman's sport would you watch?
I watch women's volleyball for the jack off reasons.
Yeah. But what woman's sport?
Athletically?
Yeah, what would you watch that women
Darts
do?
Or pool or bowling.
I'm trying to think. Would there be a sport I would watch for the
if it's not sex
Oh,
appeal?
yeah, you got to take that out of
Boxing.
it.
I'd love to see two chicks
None.
fucking duking
I'm
it out.
trying to think.
None.
The WNBA?
MMA shit, kickboxing. I watch
I'm
girls.
going to tell you why. Because they're always trying to do it like men. And it just looks like inferior. It looks like children.
It's like Olympic stuff.
Yeah,
they can
it's
do.
just they
can do Olympics.
Anything they do that running is good to watch them run against other women.
You know what's pissing me off about the NBA Finals, and we've talked about it on this show? The female sideline reporter. There's a million NBA guys that would love that gig that aren't playing anymore, that know the sport. And instead, they go to the sideline, whether it's in a football game or a basketball game, whatnot.
Well, let me ask you, what's the problem with the woman sideline reporter? That's my question. There's something just wrong.
Because I want to listen to a guy that might have played. You know what I mean?
But see, the argument is they know what they're talking about and they know what questions to ask. But it's like Craig Sager. What's the difference between how he asks a question
you know what?
and how a lady asks a question?
I'm not a fan of his either.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd rather see an old NBA player out there.
But you still go, I'd rather watch Craig Sager.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's like some old.
The lesser of two evils, but
you just don't care.
But also, it's a white chick, and I'm like, what do you know about the NBA?
And you're just there, and this dude is sweating.
Like announcers, the excuses they went to some kind of school for that or whatever, and learned their trade. I don't know. The sideline reporter.
But why is it bad? See, that's when you're not digging deep. Why is it bad?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe
that's the question. Why the fuck?
Maybe because they're invading a man's world or something. Like when you're watching an NBA game. I don't know.
I want a woman to invade my fucking world and not suck.
Girls always complain about sports. They never, growing up, participated in sports conversations. They were never fun about sports. They never encouraged sports growing up, ever. And now all of a sudden they see a gig and they want to be a part of it, and it's annoying.
I'll answer the question. I think
I like that answer.
I think the guys aren't being real because a woman is interviewing them.
Well, the question they asked,
it goes back to
what are they going to say?
It goes back to the women in the locker room, and all of a sudden,
they're on TV, Opie, and they're asking them. So they asked him a goofy question like, "You had a great game. How'd you have it?" It's not like he can go, "Now, if you wasn't a girl, here's how I would answer. Yo, motherfucker, nigga, when I dunked it on that dude, you know what I'm saying?" He's going to say the same cornball shit he says to a woman.
I have a feeling they hold back a little bit. For whatever reason.
Nah. They're corny because it's on camera.
I think as a girl asking a question, a woman asking a question, you don't feel like she gives a shit about the answer. Like, she's only asking because that's her gig, and she got that gig because she's a woman and complained that she wanted the gig. Whereas a guy's asking, that's in your life, you have guys that go, how the fuck did you do that? And you go,
right.
In real life, a chick never comes up and goes, how did you fucking steal second that good? Or how did you hit that free throw? It just doesn't happen.
You almost feel like she doesn't even understand the questions she's asking.
That's why I love Charles Barkley. You know Charles Barkley is one of the biggest
Charles
womanizers. I didn't know it until recently, where he goes against this girl doing push-ups, and she's like serious, and she's doing good push-ups. She does about 34, and so Barkley does 35 just to beat her. And then he's laughing at her,
hurting
right?
35, though, right?
Nah,
the last few was
he's good. He's a strong guy, man. And at the end of the day, right? Kenny Smith goes, "Hey Charles," he said to him. He goes, "Charles, how come you don't buy women watches?" He goes, "Because there's a clock on the stove." I almost shit my pants.
That is a good one.
It's so fucking fun because that's what we did growing up. We teased girls. Yep. We pointed at them and laughed at them.
On the stove.
It's so awful. But all of a sudden, it's like I have to pretend I want to listen to fucking Janice Salupi talk to me. Like, it just ain't real.
How did Charles get his job back so fast? That's how talented he is.
Because
and that's how valuable he is.
No, it's the same way. It's why David Letterman should tell Sarah Palin to go shut the fuck up. Charles said, look, I got caught drinking and driving. I was going to cheat on my woman. I got bopped. I was drunk and going to get some side pussy. And I got bopped. It is what it is. I'm going to take a break. And when he came back, the first thing he said was, look, I'm going to say sorry now. I don't want to hear no more shit.
And that's it. End
I
of
don't
story,
give a fuck.
yeah.
I fucked up, and I gamble. It's my money. Like, shut the fuck. Charles is basically like, fuck you. And that's how you said him. I always said this shit about Michael Richards and Pee Wee Herman are the poster childs for being phony. Look, would I ever take a job on the Disney Channel? No. I just know that it's possible I can jerk off or call somebody a nigga. It's it's like, so you do things that are up your alley. You know what I'm saying? You have a job where you can tease, you can joke about you fucking young bitches. Can't do that if you're on That's So Raven or the Jonas Brothers.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The Jonas Brothers can't fuck up ever.